I'm to come in hour here live on a Sunday afternoon. And when I say afternoon, it's actually nighttime because it's 10:48 p.m. my time Eastern. For all you OSINT folks out there, I'm sure you already know where we're at. We're on the East Coast over here. Not about calling out our friend over here. He may not be on the East Coast. It's up to him to dispose of that. But we're going to be out here talking with my boy Nilesh. He's over at my greatest fam alum, Champlain College. We're out here on the Jester Castle YouTube channel. Shout out Nilesh. Introduce yourself for all the
Hey,
folks, the 91
hey,
subscribers I have.
hey guys. Hi, Jester James channel. My name's Niall. My name's Nilesh. You guys can call me Niall. You guys can follow me on Instagram on by Drink Water. It's really cool to be here, James.
Oh, no, dude. It's always a pleasure. We were actually working on a no, now you actually reached out to me before asking for a little bit of help on. I don't know what that was that you were working on, but you had dependency stuff. What was that dependency stuff? Like, talk about that. And were we able to get that stuff sorted out?
Yeah, I was. So here's the issue, right? I was trying to work with a library that was developed a year ago, because I was actually trying to work with with the paper that was published 2 months ago. And
Fresh,
of course,
you know.
yes, the paper was fresh, the code not so much.
Like, you got to stay up to date. If you see new research and you jump on it.
You need to make sure you have all the code dependencies to match Python from like 3 years ago.
Right.
Because like they probably started the project like a long time ago, and then they didn't just get a chance to update anything back up. So, I'm working with I had to create a new Python environment, and I had to install all of the older dependencies and everything. For, some stuff I wasn't able to find the stuff correctly, and so went online and I found out, what alternatives can be used. And there was some janky stuff I had to do. That part worked out. The part where I actually got stuck at and I had to like ask for your help was
Yeah.
that when this tool, PYCP underscore APR,
Right.
it's just an algorithm. This thing really liked to use NumPy, a certain version of like 1.19, and it really also wanted to make sure it had pandas.
Right.
Pandas is also another library, except this time pandas wanted NumPy version at least 1.2. So it's like, I'm working in the same environment, it's the same script. They both need the same thing. So I updated it to 1.2, and I was like, you know, it installed and everything. So I was like, all right, let's find out if you know, would give me another error. I still haven't gotten to the point where I can like create a tensor good enough to be accepted by this, but I'm getting there because I do have a tensor now created from all the logs that I had before, but
Nice. Okay.
it's not the correct form of tensor.
I mean, you got it working though after 'cause you had to downgrade pandas, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what I did. I downgraded pandas for, I downgraded pandas to the version that this project had. Earlier I also, the way that this like requirements documents work is like it outlines it's like, it needs to have at least this version. So Pip is like, oh, we're gonna get the highest version because we're a good little dependency installer. And that doesn't work out the way it's supposed to work out.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, I always remember like when I've been installing recent projects, so some folks who don't have me on their LinkedIn, shout out to those of you who are trying to get your like career started off with your boy Jester James. I got a great LinkedIn connection network, we'll say. But I recently worked on a project last year for my favorite television show, Person of Interest. So, Person of Interest, they have a they have some elements of the show where there's the machine, which is like an artificial intelligence that is obviously, cognitive, and the show has visual elements that there's basically a picture and scene and an animation where a person's picture will show up and it'll show certain elements of the character, but in on GitHub, some open source project has like the show's screen, like it's like an fans of the show just recreated the same scenes of the television show Person of Interest, so you could recreate it at home. So the machine, right? It's like a machine. It's like if you're viewing it through a webcam. Like, say you have Amazon's Blink camera and you open it up on your iPhone and you can see like it's your garage or your driveway, right? But when you have artificial intelligence and it'll be able to recognize things like faces, right? Now, if you have, say, TensorFlow or OpenTSV, right, you have facial recognition, and it'll see your face looking at the camera, right? And I'm looking at the webcam right now over here. It's kind of weird because I'm not totally center unless I move over here. But I look over here, a square would pop up right here, and that that kind of technology was like in theory, or like they in the show it came out in 2011. It's 2022, but in 2013 Edward Snowden came out with all that Patriot Act, and he started hitting up the news and all that stuff. I don't remember if you remember that, but like, what were you doing back in 2013? Now, what were you doing?
What was I doing back in 2013? Oh my God, bro. I was getting my leg broken. I was playing around with a lot of computers. I was learning about, how like computers can like talk to each other as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, com
networking, man. Networking is always
yeah.
fun when you're learning it. Subnetting. Sub When did you actually first learn about subnetting? Did you learn about subnetting at Champlain, or did you learn about
Yeah,
that on
at
your own?
Champlain. At Champlain. I had no idea about subnetting before I came. Dude, networking, all of it was covered, was like gifted to me, to by like Jason and Adam. Like that's networking for me.
Right.
I understand all of it right now. Like I hardly find myself in a situation where it's a network artifact that I don't understand or I have no idea what's going on. And it's all thanks to like those two guys.
Shout out to the faculty at Champlain College. You know,
Yeah, shout out.
I'm an alumni, so I'm definitely biased, and I can totally say this because Champlain College is one of the greatest colleges out there in the U.S., teaching kids about digital forensics and cybersecurity and computer networking. And we're the alumni network is out there. We're everywhere. Meanwhile, your boy Jester James here. We got the alumni out connection on the YouTube live stream right now. Repping his capstone. Do you actually want to share your screen? I don't know if you can see actually how I'm how what it looks like, because you'd have to actually go and look at it on like
All
somewhere else
right.
to see how the live stream looks. But if you want to live stream your capstone or do a little bit of a demo on the YouTube channel, feel free. Because this is the beginning of the week here. It's part of Cybersecurity Month, man. We got it dim, like, it's like an owl hour, almost to like 11 p.m. now. Very spooky. I got my bedroom, my sister, my family, my mom. We decorated it a little bit. Got ghosts, pumpkins around here. Got that October vibe. I gotta love my family. They really, they really,
Yeah,
they really turn it up. They bring out the Halloween and you have a lot of fun, even in your bedroom. Like, look at this. You see this? This is ghosts. These are ghosts out here. It's hilarious. It's great. I love it. Meanwhile, your boy is out there looking like he's Iron Man at Champlain College.
oh my God, dude. Now I cannot run it right now because another one of those dependencies. crashed on me, and I know how to fix it, but it's like another 3 hour fix, and it's literally for the algorithm that I cannot run right now.
Gotcha.
Hold on, so I can just like not have that and run what I have. Let me. Can you guys see my screen?
I can swap to your screen actually. Hold on. All right. Now they see your screen.
I can see debug my code.
They see your they're seeing your yeah, they're seeing your screen, so uh all of the disclaimers and liability that you should be you know,
Yeah, yeah,
everything
all
is
of that
now out
stuff.
there. I can't be
Yeah.
sued. Jester James calling it out here. The simplest and plain pleasures here.
All right, so it worked. Perfect. So let me show you what's happening here.
Alright.
Uh, so this is the original log file that I had. This is a parsed output from a PCAP file using T-Shark. So
Right.
Security Onion came with a bunch of PCAP files for testing and experimenting. And this one especially had like a lot of empty packets as well. So I like cut them out and I created this ex1.txt. And so what this tool has done right now, it has taken all of those logs and it has assigned them a numerical value that is unique to them in those lines. So all of this data, this data set right now still holds the same integrity as the original log that we saw here. So, if you were to run the same kind of operation on either one of them, whereas if you were to check like, hey, is this IP address different from this IP address? It's still gonna be true on this data set.
Right.
It's holding the relationship there, but it doesn't hold the actual data. This is a method of encoding the data. We have encoded it right now. From there, what I have done is I loaded on to try to pad it.
Mhm.
And this is the output for all of my padded data frame because pandas is weird and it gave me one nice output with the list and the other one is covered. And then of course TensorFlow has to let YouTube know that I have not yet figured out how to set up CUDA on this laptop 8 times. And so we have those errors, and then we actually have the tensor that I was able to create using all of this. And that's where I am right now. I just gotta figure out how to convert this tensor into a different kind of tensor that will be accepted by the algorithm.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, man. You know, this is it's like it's funny because going from 4 years, right, to not knowing, I don't know, like before I went to college, I definitely knew coding and things along those lines. I wouldn't call
Oh,
myself an advanced coder, but 4 years ago, right, I definitely wouldn't be able to be like, in 4 years, I'll be talking about TensorFlow and doing all this stuff, right? You know, to put it in perspective for our audience, right? Like, tell me about how would you actually look at this project if you were a freshman in college or a first year in college?
this is gibberish. This is gibberish to my freshman self. I
Right.
mean, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. All of what I've done up until right now would just make no sense for as to like why it's being done. It's not that the code here is anything particularly hard to understand, or I couldn't have like done these Google searches as a freshman and copy pasted these codes earlier. But it's just that I could not have like understood why this stuff needs to happen the way it needs to happen. And that's just very, very important. It's just the understanding behind all of this. That is why I like that sticker so much.
Yeah, I'm
You
giving it
know,
out to
that
the
is why
folks
I
on the channel.
that is why I'm like completely fine with using GitHub Copilot. I type out the comments and it like, writes the code for me. And it's the code that takes the effort to write. So what ends up happening for me is I have code that's beautifully commented because it was essentially generated from the comments itself.
Ha.
I don't think I've actually explained what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to create a script, log anomaly detection script, so it can like find out all of the anomalies in your like logs. So the difference here is that it doesn't need to have a specified log data. It doesn't need to know what format your log data is. It can just feed off of whatever kind of logs you're working with. So it doesn't matter if you're working with HTTP logs or network logs. You just feed them into this, and it'll find out whichever is the weirdest like login out of them. I started the project, calling it findweird.py because I wanted to find the findest file, the findest line in the file. Because I thought that'll be pretty easy. That'll be a pretty fun tool to have in my toolkit. And then it just grew out to me copying off of an entire paper that was supposedly latest, but like apparently started development, 3 years ago.
I mean, I like try to reflect back on my own project and my own capstone back in the day. Like let me even like look at my website. Like it's funny because for those of y'all who I haven't, I mean, I've been on the channel for a little bit here and there, but for those of you who aren't out in the Discord, you know, go join the Discord. Links in the description, all that jazz. I mean, it should be in the description. Um, otherwise, shoot me at Jester James on Twitter. If any, like, as if anybody's even watching this right now. But my boy Niles out here, we're having a good time on a
Yes,
Sunday night,
sir.
my dude. Let's go. Um, Shout out to everybody at Champlain because Niall is at Champlain. He's showcasing his capstone on the Jester's Castle YouTube channel, where you know, one day we'll be up there. But for now, you gotta enjoy my ghosts in my bedroom
Yeah.
that my family put out. But folks, I was telling y'all like my own capstone. It was similar to Niles, where it's based on anomaly detection, but I actually leveraged a team. They open sourced their project, but I built upon it called ZAT, which was the Zeek Analysis Toolkit. So if y'all again, I I feel so cringe when I plug my own website, but Niall, tell the folks about my website so I don't feel bad about plugging my capstone when I published this back in 2020, 2 years ago.
I need to open your website, bro.
All right, let me add this over here. But folks,
Could you just drop it in the chat?
yeah, I can send you the link. I'm about to put it
Perfect.
up on the screen too for the folks that are viewing it.
All right.
Also, the fun thing about this.
Yo. All right. All right. So you're using an isolation forest. All right. Yo. So here's the thing, right? Oh my God. You're using two, right? So you're using an isolation forest and then you're using K means K nearest. So using two, so you're using two different types of algorithms in your case. That's pretty smart.
And I haven't touched freaking LMAO. Hold on, folks. All right, there we go.
Holy shit, it's a pip install.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
I can
folks. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if YouTube even cares about that, but if it bleeps out, then I mean, you already said it, so we're live streaming. But folks,
Oh my God, bro, this is a pip install. I can start using this right now.
yeah, no, you could, cause this is actually the Zeke Analysis Toolkit, and for those of you watching, aka I don't know, we're out here at
In the
11 p.m. on a
future, in
Sunday
the
night.
future,
In the
yeah.
future, yeah, when I'm rewatching this and Niles rewatching this, uh, this is the cow here is Super Cow Powers. That's the team that is behind the Zeke Analysis Toolkit, and basically they're get it's open source. It's on GitHub, and here's the code. You can see it right there when you look at it, and Niall has no idea what I'm looking at, but he has to watch it as if it's the he's watching the live stream. But the my favorite part
Yeah.
about the folks on the Super Cow Powers is that they commented their code, so you can actually kind of understand what's going on. But for those of y'all that don't understand Python, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I'm gonna go into their demo to kind of showcase what actually we're talking about here. So if we are showcasing examples of using Zat, you can see output, but really the best part is showcasing the visualizations. So let me see where the
Ah,
visualizations
I
are.
see, I see, I see what you have here. From that, you were able to get log to data frame, which
Right.
is why this tool is specific to to Zeek only.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to do is visualize exactly what is in the log to kind of showcase what is when there's anomalies, right? It's what's more or what's less, right? It's always binary when you're talking about an anomaly detection. Let me see.
Hmm.
Well, that's the video presentation. Let me see. I definitely deleted the post from my own website. I definitely deleted my capstone post because I was like,
Oh my
folks,
God, they uploaded like they took your code and they added it to the branch in examples.
definitely not. No way. That's not true.
Super cow powers?
Nope. Nope. Definitely not. Sorry, folks, but that's not true. 100%. And let me take you back to a better page on my site here. I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah, no, I definitely deleted it. 100%. Anyway, that was a little bit cool advertisements for Super Cow Powers and stuffs.
Oh, this this is this is like all right, bro. It's so cool though.
What, being on the channel, my dude? Shout out
Yeah,
to all the
dude.
folks that I've been connecting with. Whether you're texting me, you're hopping on the Discord, all of y'all, you could be here on the Jester's Castle. Out here. We got Nile on the Discord server. You could be here too, and we're live streaming at 11 p.m. It doesn't matter what hour. We're out here. We're calling it a happy hour when really it's an owl hour, but we're having a good time. You could be here too. So join the Jester's Castle. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow Jester James on Twitter with the three E's as threes. Again, now what was it? Three E's as threes?
Yes, sir. Three E's as threes, bro.
Again, there we go. Right. And we got it right there too. If you can read it off the screen. I don't remember what the description said, but I could have swore I saw it and it's all in there too. But yeah, this has been a fun live stream. Got a solid half an hour of showcasing good fun in the cyber atmosphere at night.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
it's the 16th. We're halfway through October, and I gotta
So, you know
say,
what?
yeah, go
I,
ahead,
I, you know what? We might just like cut some of this up, and I might share some of this stuff cut up on LinkedIn.
do it. This is going to be on YouTube, so you can use any of those different softwares out there. I ain't plugging any but Y2MP3 and Y2MP4 are great, you know. Uh, I can't believe. But yeah, you got some great places, and you can go and pull videos off of YouTube. And
Yeah,
again,
don't worry about that. I'll figure that out.
yeah, I know you can. And there you are, folks. Hit up the Jester's Castle, subscribe to the channel. I know barely anybody's going to be watching this, but if you are watching this, thank you for hitting up the channel. Thank you for staying on for about 25 minutes here, and thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting. And you should comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and join the Discord channel. And if I don't have the Discord channel in the description, you can comment, James, why don't you have the Discord in this live stream, and say, I demand to join your next live stream, and we'll make it happen. There we go, folks. Thank you, Niall, for being part of the YouTube channel. Now you're part of the Wired. Anybody watch Serial Experiments Lane out there, but in the digital form, Niall, congratulations. You're solidified and you're now immortal on the Jester's Castle YouTube channel.
Thank you. I feel honored.
Special shout outs to Champlain College. Special shout outs to Joe Eastman. And we're gonna end the live stream here, and I'll continue off with now off the air. Thank you all for joining us, and I'll catch y'all for another video. Catch y'all later.